welcome or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to make your foundation look like skin. Something I get a lot from people is, how does your makeup look so natural? It looks skin-like. So I'm going to show you guys some of my tips and tricks on how to make your foundation, your makeup even, look really natural and look like skin. So if you are interested, then just continue to watch. If you're new and haven't subscribed, make sure you are subscribed to the sisterhood. And without further ado, let's get into this video. Alright, so the first thing I would recommend is exfoliating your skin, guys. Skincare is the most important part in a flawless complexion, a flawless foundation. It's literally the most important part. So making sure that your skincare is your top priority. Exfoliating with a product that has beads. I like to use something that's not too harsh on my skin, but will still get rid of that dead skin. So what you guys are essentially doing is getting rid of the dead skin on your skin that's sitting on top of your skin and bringing out the newer layer of your skin so that you have a nice smooth base, a nice smooth canvas. So the next step, of course, is moisturizing. So I went in with, of course, my Pond's moisturizing cream. And this is going to make sure that your skin is nicely moisturized underneath your makeup, hydrated. It also plumps your skin. It gives it a nice natural glow and just really preps your skin before going in with the products. So depending on your skin type, you could go in with any type of moisturizer. Me personally, I do have oily skin, but I still like to use a nice rich moisturizer that will make sure that my skin is moisturized underneath the makeup, because I am going to be going in with powders, which can really take away from the oils in my natural skin. Alright, so next is primer. So depending on your skin type, again, you want to go in with a primer that is for your skin. I recommend this primer to anyone, oily skin, dry skin, normal skin. So it's the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, guys. This is literally like gold in a bottle. It makes your makeup come out smooth, flawless. It just does its thing. It does its thing. I personally like to focus it in my T-zone. So in the area by the sides of my nose, of course, my forehead, my chin, I like to focus it in those important areas, because to me, that's the areas that I have issues with the most. But depending on your skin, obviously you want to focus your primer in those areas, or you can just apply it all over. I just like to apply primer in my T-zone, just a personal preference. So this primer allows your foundation to really stick and stay on your skin, and that is the goal. We want our foundation to really stick and not melt off of our face. So I definitely recommend the Hydro Grip Primer. If you are looking for something a little bit more affordable, there's always drugstore options such as the NYX or the Maybelline primers. Alright, so the next step is going in with some concealer. So you're not going in with any highlighting concealer. We are going in with a skin tone concealer. So this is a concealer that matches your skin tone perfectly. And what we're going to do is use this to conceal our dark under eyes or any dark spots on your face. I have a lot of concealing to do. My skin isn't perfect, so I do go in with a skin tone concealer to just conceal those areas. Absolutely do not go in with a concealer that is 2 to 3 shades lighter than you, because that will result in a gray cast underneath your darkness. So you want to make sure that you're not going in with a lighter concealer. It's just not going to make it's not going to conceal. First of all, it's what it's going to do is kind of bring out the grayness of that dark spot, if that makes. I'm really bad at explaining this, but it really just kind of enhances the dark spots. So never go in with a light concealer. Try to use a concealer that is skin tone. So the important thing of doing this step, guys, is it honestly allows you to use less foundation. So in the next step is our foundation. Concealing and spot correcting just allows us to use less product so that we aren't caking on a lot of foundation, but just using enough to give us a nice flawless canvas. Alright, so the next thing is going in with your foundation. So I highly recommend going in with a foundation that is light to medium coverage. The reason being is something that's full coverage is going to look cakey. It's a full coverage foundation. It's going to look cakey. It's going to look like makeup. So something that is light to medium coverage, where it's not giving you that cakey look, but really giving you a nice skin-like look, is the go-to. So today I went in with the Catrice True Skin foundation, and I love the fact that it says True Skin because it literally mimics a skin-like finish. So anything light to medium is perfect. Obviously going in with something that is exactly your skin tone. Then what you want to do is use a damp sponge, guys. A damp sponge, make sure it's squeezed out as much as possible, and you're going to just pump some on the back of your hand and lightly warm up the product on the back of your hand with the sponge, and then apply it to your face. This is going to give you control on how much you're using. The sponge is going to suck up a lot of the product anyways, so this is really going to give you a nice flawless finish. Alright guys, so I want to try this new product that I was sent. It's by Indeed. It's called the Nano Blur Skin Blurring Cream, and what this does is it pretty much gives you like a nice smooth flawless finish. It's really good for oily skin, so if you do have oily skin, it's a great product. How I use this product is I applied my foundation and then I used my sponge to just focus in the areas where I have my pores, my fine lines. This really smoothed out the finishing look of my foundation. So this is not a primer, guys. This is used on top of your foundation or alone on top of your moisturizer if you're not using any makeup. So not a primer, but I would say it's like powder in a cream form. It does just give you a nice matte, flawless skin blurring finish. So I did go in with that on top of my foundation. Alright, what would you guys say if I told you I didn't use a light concealer to do the highlighting and contouring step? I skipped that completely, and what I did was I went in with a loose setting powder, a medium deep loose setting powder by Maybelline, and I just set my under eyes, my T-zone. This powder specifically is a yellow based powder, so it kind of gave me that highlighted effect anyways. So I did skip a whole step and still achieved a flawless complexion, guys. So I went in with that underneath my eyes, my nose, my forehead, and my chin, and then I went in with another loose powder. This one is by CoverGirl, and I use this to just apply on the perimeter of my face, just to get my powder out of the way and set everything in place. So that would typically be the second last step in your flawless skin routine. So I did finish up my makeup off camera, guys. The last step is your setting spray, and this is really what brings everything together. This is what makes your makeup look like skin. So I did go in with a finishing spray. I went in with the Makeup Revolution Pro Fix Oil Control Fixing Spray. So this one is literally made for me because I have oily skin. Depends on your skin, you can choose any type of setting spray as long as you are setting your skin after everything, guys. This is what brings everything together. So this is the finishing look. Of course, you guys have seen already. Very flawless, natural, skin-like makeup. I get asked this all the time, so I decided to make a video for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.